Hi, welcome to Larry Shaves. Today we're going to be using a shave soap and splash from Ariana Evans. Today it's EMPYREAN Bay Rum shave soap. And what a tremendous scent. What a tremendous scent that has. That's what it looks like on the inside. And we're going to be shaving with that today. And also we have the aftershave splash to match. This in the Ultima shave base from Ariana Evans. Also today for our razor, we're going to be using the Murker 34 HD, and this is in the Satin Matte finish. This is not the real bright one, but this is brand new. It's not been out very long, and I like this Murker 34 because the end tabs are enclosed. So you don't feel the razor on the side like you do with the original 34C. And so we're going to be shaving with that today. The blade is the RK blade already in the razor. For our brush today from Chisel Hound, we're going to have that brush with the knot, one of my favorites, the Pure Bliss Knot. We're going to be using that today. For our bowl, this is brand new from Sharp 3D. Notice this, VORTEX X. You know, like the vortex of a tornado? That's the theme of this. And notice the stripes on the side all the way around and the inside. Wow, this has some raised portions in here that really work up a great lather. Now, you might be thinking, this is from Sharp 3D, you might be thinking that is a huge bowl. It is, but I'm so glad it is. It's not so big that you can't get your hands around and you can grip it with these grooves on the side. And if you want to lay it on the counter, you can put it on the counter. It has a rubberized bottom and it doesn't slide anywhere, even if it's wet. But the reason I like this in this size, when you whip up your lather, it doesn't flow over the sides. Some bowls I have are so small, you get soap everywhere, all over the table and all over everything. So you don't have that experience with this. And it's available on the Etsy page of Sharp 3D. Sharp 3D on the Etsy page. So let's get started today. We're going to scoop out some of the bay rum. And going to scoop out about that much, maybe too much, but as I say, it's best to have too much than not enough. And so we're going to put that in the bottom of the bowl, just like that. And then let's wet the brush and wring out the water some. And let's start whipping up our lather today. Wow, already, look at that, it started. Of course, you want to go in one direction, then back the other direction, and keep that up for a while. Let me put the lid back on the soap so we don't get any water in it. So let's continue to work up this lather. I'm going to get just a little more wet water. And what I do, I just hit the tips of the brush in the water and add it to the lathering bowl. Wow, that is really, really going well. And notice the soap is not going over the sides. I'm going to add just a little more water and keep working up our lather. While we're doing this, let me give you some information about the soap, EMPYREAN Bay Rum. EMPYREAN Bay Rum offers a bold, modern interpretation of the classic bay rum fragrance. Bright citrus notes of clementine and orange blossom open the scent with a lively tropical freshness. The heart introduces crisp green apple and pomegranate alongside smooth rum, creating a fruity warmth that feels vibrant and inviting. As the fragrance develops, Tonka bean and Coumarin provide a golden sweetness, while bay leaf and cedar anchor the composition with a refined, woody fragrance. And that's what I have here in the shave bowl. VORTEX X. And look at that lather, and none of it came over the side. Now, also, what's nice with this, you can set your brush in there just like that, and it's not going anywhere. Those grooves in there kind of helps hold it in place. All right, so let's wet the face like that. And we're going to take our VORTEX X bowl. And by the way, as we apply the lather, let me mention that on Sharp 3D's Etsy page, they have more than just the shave bowl. They've got brush handles, and they're interchangeable brushes that you can do. So it just twists out and it interlocks. It's really a great invention there. And they also have razor stands and brush stands. Be well worth looking at on the Etsy page of Sharp 3D. Boy, this worked up a great lather. Now, I've used this bowl a couple of times, and each time I've used it, I've got a great lather. I mean, this is a lathering monster. I really love it. All right, let's clear things off and get ready for our first pass using the Murker 34 in the Satin Matte finish. Now, the Murker 34 in the original was one of my first razors that I bought. And you say, well, why did you buy it? Well, because I watched several videos of people using shaving products, and they spoke very highly of the Murker 34. So I thought, well, maybe I need to get one. But the one thing I really didn't enjoy with the Murker 34, now it gives a great shave, but I really didn't like the sides protruding. That's difficult to, when you're around your nose, you can cut your nose easily, or your ear coming down like that. So I was really cautious and stayed away from that for the most part. Then they came out with this Satin Matte finish with the enclosed razor blade ends. And I picked that up and really enjoy it. Now, they've also come out now with the Murker 34 long handle. I just ordered that. So when that comes in, we'll be giving that a try here in the Shaved In as well. It also has the matte finish, and it also has the enclosed tabs on the end. So I'm looking forward to getting that. I'm also enjoying the shave today. This is just a great soap. Now, I looked up the meaning of EMPYREAN. Of course, that's pronounced a couple of different ways. I settled on Empyrean. You may have settled on some other pronunciation, but that's all right. You do yours, I'll do mine. But the word means like the highest heaven or the highest you could get. Like perfection. It's just great. And I think it's called, and I don't know, I haven't talked to Peter Chikalis about it, but to me it seems like EMPYREAN means the greatest or the highest. And so we're looking at the highest, the greatest bay rum that you can get. So that's, I think is why he settled on that name. I might be wrong. I've been wrong a couple of times in my life. But boy, this This is turning out to be a wonderful shave. I really like it. Now, I've had this soap for quite some time, but I've not done a review of it yet because I bought it before I started doing videos. And when I started doing videos, several months ago, I got new products in, and so the things I had purchased got pushed back and back and back further. But I decided to give this a shot today. Peter at Ariana Evans always comes up with great stuff too. I'm going to have to move this soap up closer to more often of use because it makes a great lather, smells good. A lot of great cushioning. It is just great. The Murker 34, they call it the workhorse of the industry, and it is. It's kind of a heavy. It's not aluminum. It's not lightweight, but and it's got a great grip to it. I really enjoy it. All right, first pass finished. Respray the face with water. And then let's get some more lather going here. I really like this bowl. It is outstanding. The day I got this, I just had showered, getting ready for a shave, and got a notice on my phone. When you get notices on my phone, it goes ding. And so I looked to see what it was. And the mailman had already come early in the morning. So I got dressed, went out to the mailbox. This was in there. So I came in and opened it up. And that's what I used for the shave that day. And I'm so thankful I ordered this. All right, let's clear the lips and let's get started here with pass number 2. Primarily east to west. Now with the residual slickness, you can go up against the grain to do a little touch-up work, but you want to do it lightly. Don't press down. All right, let's do that over on this side. All right, let's refreshen the lather just a bit right there. And on my second pass on my neck, I always go south to north to start with. And I mapped out my face. I got some hair going this way, so I want to go that way to get it all against the grain somewhat. This is a nice mild razor, so if you're just getting into wet shaving, There's several I would suggest. This would be one of them. Also, the Henson razor. It would be a good suggestion. And either of those you can't go wrong with. All right. Finish up under the nose. And you want to tuck your lips under. And that's somewhat east to west under the nose. Going up just slightly. And then same for under here, just slightly up. For the most part. You might be saying, well, I can't do that in my face. Well, you do what you can do. You go by your rules. All right. Well, that's the second pass. And that's not going to be needful for a third pass. So I'm going to rinse my face, dry it off, and then we're going to apply the EMPYREAN Bay Rum Aftershave Splash. Our shave today has been with Ariana Evans EMPYREAN Bay Rum Shave Soap. And now we're going to apply the aftershave splash. First of all, let me give you a word from the manufacturer, Ariana Evans. EMPYREAN Bay Rum was created to reimagine the traditional bay rum scent, but instead of relying on heavy clove and cinnamon notes, Ariana Evans crafted a smoother, more modern composition that blends bright citrus, fruit, rum, and warm woods, produced in the luxurious Ultima base. This shaving soap generates a dense, creamy lather with exceptional slickness, cushion, and post-shave comfort. I would agree with everything that they say. It was dense, it was creamy, it was slick, and has great post-shave comfort. The scent notes: Clementine, orange blossom, green apple, pomegranate, rum, Geranium, Tonka bean, Coumarin, bay leaf, and Cedar. And so we're going to use the aftershave splash now. We'll pour a little in our hand, about like that. Well, that went on great. Did not have any burn. And really smells outstanding. I really, really like that. I'm going to have to be using this more often. I really, really do enjoy EMPYREAN Bay Rum Shave Soap and Splash. Well, today we've used that, and then we've also used the Murker 34 HD in the Satin Matte finish with an RK blade, and then our brush, Chisel Hound brush, and the knot, one of my favorites. And so we use that today. And for our bowl, VORTEX X from Sharp 3D on the Etsy page. You can find that. Look at that lather. I mean, I've got a lot of lather, and not one drop of it went over the side, except for where I had my hand in soap. Other than that, I mean, the sink here, the countertop, completely dry with no soap. Love it. And it's lightweight, easy to grip. I really love it. Well, thank you so much for joining me today in the Shave Den for our shave. Appreciate you doing that. I would ask if you would please to subscribe to the channel, It does help us, and I would appreciate it. You can like and share if you'd like to do so as well. We'll be back real soon for another shave, and we invite you to join us at that time for another shave here in the Shave Den. Until then, in the meantime, happy shaving.